Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on King Richard II, and today we get to hear from the Duchess of Gloucester. Yay, female monologue. It's talked about a little bit in Act 1, Scene 1, but not really expounded upon a lot. But the Duke of Gloucester was recently killed, and this is a matter of some mystery. They're not exactly sure who killed him. There is speculation that Mowbray killed the Duke of Gloucester on King Richard II's command, but nothing has been proven anywhere. So this is one of the points of contention between Gloucester and Mowbray, is who killed the Duke of Gloucester. So here we are in Act 1, Scene 2, because if you remember from Act 1, Scene 1, Mowbray and Bolingbroke are actually gonna like duel each other in a trial of combat to figure out which one of them is a traitor. They couldn't figure out with words, so they're gonna have like a trial by combat to figure out who is the traitor. So now we are in Act 1, Scene 2, and the Duchess of Gloucester is talking to John of Gaunt. John of Gaunt being one of the sons of Edward III. Richard II is the son of one of the sons of Edward III. Richard II is one of the sons of Edward the Black. So there isn't really like a succession claim going on here. John of Gaunt is King Richard's uncle. King Richard has the throne. Anyway, so the Duchess of Gloucester is talking to John of Gaunt, and John of Gaunt actually kicks off the scene, and he's like, wow, like all of this stuff that's going on and they're gonna fight for it, isn't that a thing? And the Duchess of Gloucester says, finds brotherhood in thee no sharper spur? Hath love in thy old blood no living fire? Edward's 7 sons, whereof thyself art one, were as 7 vials of his sacred blood, or 7 fair branches springing from one root. Some of those 7 are dried by nature's course, some of those branches by destiny's cut. But Thomas, my dear Lord, my life, my Gloucester, one vial full of Edward's sacred blood, one flourishing branch of his most royal root is cracked, and all the precious liquor spilt is hacked down, and his summer leaves all vaded by envy's hand and murder's bloody axe. Ah, Gaunt, his blood was thine. That bed, that womb, that metal, that self-mold that fashioned thee, made him a man. And though thou livest and breathest, yet art thou slain in him. Dost thou consent, in some large measure, to thy father's death, in that thou seest thy wretched brother die, who was the model of thy father's life? Call it not patience, Gaunt, it is despair. In suffering thus thy brother to be slaughtered, thou showest the naked pathway to thy life, teaching stern murder how to butcher thee. That which in mean men we entitle patience is pale cold cowardice in noble breasts. What shall I say? To safeguard thine own life, the best way is to venge my Gloucester's death. So this is a very heartfelt speech from the Duchess of Gloucester, where she is railing upon John of Gaunt. She's like, why are you not more angry that Gloucester is dead? He was your brother. He was an amazing man. He was the imprint of your father. Like, why are you not enraged by this? You should be out seeking vengeance for the fact that he has been killed, and the fact that you are not means that basically you were killed too. John of Gaunt in fairness, at this point, is older, and he's not really, he doesn't want to be playing the Game of Thrones thing, so he kind of responds with, well, things are as they are, and it's gonna work out, and blah blah blah. But the Duchess of Gloucester is not quite done with him. She has a few more things to say to try to get somebody to fight on her side, on the side of a grieving widow, grieving for the Duke of Gloucester, who was killed sometime before the play starts. Maybe by Mowbray, maybe because the King Richard wanted him dead. We're not exactly sure yet. Anyway, we get to hear more from the Duchess of Gloucester tomorrow as she tries to get Gaunt to, you know, take up this cause. I'll see you then.